Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg. Today we have the combines parked at the schoolhouse and the grain cart. As you can see here, there's the schoolhouse and then those are the 15 grain bins. And we're moving fields. That's why we have them parked here, so we service them in the morning. And we're just getting ready to start combining now. I just started my combine up and we're about to road to our new field in third gear, but we're going to run the field first gear because there's a really big coulee and my Uncle Chris said that just helps give you more control and power. So I'm in third gear right now because we had to road the combines down to the schoolhouse in order to park them. Have to make sure no one's on the road, and they're not. And now we're not roading on the highway, we're just roading on a gravel road across the street from the schoolhouse. We're going by horses and cows right now. Aww. You have to be really careful when you're roading and in third gear because the combine will start to get really steery, and it's pretty easy to drive off the road. I'm going to put my combine in. That's second. The lever doesn't want to pull back very easily.
Just give it a big tuck.
Gosh, this is hard.
Okay, get it, Kate.
Well, I went into second and then I think now I'm in neutral and then back one more would be one. I don't think it's budging. I'm really pulling on this and this doesn't seem to be moving. Maybe I am in gear one because I'm really pulling on it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, so I got it. Turns out I was in first gear. No wonder it wasn't budging anymore because I was able to move it forward. So my Uncle Chris came to help, but it turns out it's all okay. Now I'm going to pull up just behind him, but give him a little room. He's taking the first swath in and I'll take the second swath. Ooh, this does have a big coulee in it, so we'll see how this goes. Going to stop the combine, let the auger catch, rabbit speed, put my header to the ground, and start picking up the wheat. These wheat swaths are not nearly as big as the last field, but hopefully they filled out more because the last field's wheat swaths were really big, but they didn't have any wheat kernels in them hardly. I'm going 2.6 miles an hour. This field has a lot of kind of dips and coulees in it, so I'll have to make sure dumping with the grain cart that we only go on a straight part where my auger won't hit him. We've got red combines cutting right next to us.
So you wish you had yellow flashing lights like that, Kate?
Oh, that's pretty cool. This red combine next to Uncle Chris has yellow flashing lights on
We
it.
could probably put a disco ball on the cab.
I'll turn my camera around so you can see it. You want to keep the combines close together so that they dump at the same time with the grain cart. It makes it a lot easier for our grain cart driver. We have a lot of grasshoppers in the fields. All the time you see them hopping up everywhere, and you'll occasionally also see them in the grain tank, which is kind of cool. And then they make it all the way to the grain bin. Like last harvest, I picked the grasshopper up and showed you in the grain bin. It was kind of cool. I'm getting ready to dump in the grain cart right now. I had a grain tank full buzzer going off for a little while. Harvest is in full swing now, so that's pretty exciting. It's not running me a little bit, but I have a little room to go faster, not much. Grain tank is empty in the window, so I'm just waiting for it to finish the little bit that's left, and I'll shut it off. Now I keep going. I now just got my Uncle Chris's combine and I'm driving it down to the other side of the field because something's wrong with it, and I guess this field's confusing with the swath, so Uncle Chris is taking my combine and we just switched. Now I see my dad coming up the road, so he's gonna try and figure out what's wrong. This combine actually had a belt problem last year, so my dad just got here and I'm going to see what's going on.
Did it a couple times yesterday, but I cleaned out the speed sensor and everything seemed to be fine. What belt are we talking about? Nobody showed me any belt.
No, the belt is okay, but that's when the first time when I started it up yesterday and the belt broke, I think that was the thing. It quit on me and I just started it back. I flipped the switch and it started again. So.
Yeah, I don't know if there's grease on this sensor. I'm gonna go wipe it off again. And, maybe it's too far off. Maybe the sensor needs to be set down.
What do you think's wrong with it?
I think the speed sensor's kicking in.
What did you do to make the alarm stop going off? broke down again. I'm about to pass my dad right now. He's just cleared up this row, so I'll be able to dump. My window is full, so my grain tank buzzer should be going off in a little bit. A lot of times I've been stopping to dump because I'll be at the end of this row by the time the car driver gets here, or we'll be in Cooley, so this is kind of an unusual field in that way. Going about 3.1 miles an hour, and I'm pretty much at capacity right now. According to my meter, my throwover is right at the top of the middle green line, which is where you want to keep it at, and my return auger is almost halfway.
Got the last pass up this little beam.
Yeah, it's one to my right, isn't it?
It is, you're right.
Thank you. I just finished dumping by the very end of my row, so
There's one that goes all the way around there, yeah.
I will be good. I'm starting my last pass of this section of the field, and then we'll be moving to the other half, which is divided by the coulee. Darcy just moved his truck to this side of the field to be closer for the grain cart to dump in. He was parked over there before. I've got a grain tank full buzzer. Now I'm dumping in the grain cart. I just pulled out of my wheat swath because there's a wheat swath on the other side of me and the grain cart can't drive on that. So then I'll get back to this wheat swath right here and then head back up. Is that combine over there like the combines you used to run?
Yeah, I used to have 3 of them. As a matter of fact, I think I had 4 of them at the time.
Really? 4
That's
of
not
them?
a 55, you know, that's a 95.
That's not a 95.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I had a 95. The 55s I had straight steering wheels, and I had one of the crooked steering wheels.
We just got back from dinner and now we're going to finish up for the evening. I think it's around 7 o'clock. We go to around 9:30 whenever it gets dark. We always stop for dark though because a lot of breakdowns happen in the evenings when you can't see. We didn't quite finish this field. There's still a couple of passes, but we're going to do them tomorrow morning, my dad said. It's 9 p.m. right now, so we're stopping. And we're going to road back to the schoolhouse just because if there was a fire, that's the best place to have our equipment. So I guess we'll road the combines back up here in the morning and finish the couple passes that are left. There's probably 2 rounds back and forth. It's 30 minutes up and 30 minutes back down. So that's about an hour. So we probably have around 2 hours left at this field. Gotta pick my header up a little bit more or I'll be banging it on the ground. That would not be good. I'm in 2nd gear right now. I don't need to go into 3rd because we're not going too far. Gosh, I've just been seeing so many mice today. I've seen at least 10 run out of the wheat swamp just today. If we're close to the schoolhouse, we ideally always like to park there. And I guess we're moving off the road onto a field to drive because there's a pickup truck coming. And they just picked up this field today with red combines. It's not quite dark out yet, but the sun is super beautiful and pink. We're going some different directions today. Oh, there's my Uncle Chris. I'm not sure what my dad is doing actually. It looks like we're passing a little coulee. So I guess you could call this a combine adventure and off-roading with the combines. You usually cross coulees at angles just because your header won't hit the ground then, and it's a bit easier on everything to kind of walk them across, you could say. Aw, goats! They are adorable! They are so cute, there's about 4 of them. Now we're heading back onto the road.
Do you want me to turn around and go back the way we came or go forward? Turn around, go back the way we came because you can't go forward because there's a big washout across that coulee up there. That's why everybody's been going out this way.
Now I'm going to idle my machine down and cool it off. Today is the end of, oh gosh, I can't even remember. It's like the 3rd or 4th day of harvest. It might be the 4th. I just can't remember. It's all a blur to me now. Gotta pack up my stuff now and head out. Now I'm going to turn my combine off for the evening and head home. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and learned a little bit more about how your food gets to your table and how farms and farmers are very important in that process. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to see more awesome videos. And also you can follow Kate's Egg on Instagram, KATES_AG, and on Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok, pretty much everywhere else. And you can visit my website, katesegg.com, KATESAG.com, and purchase a 100% cotton tote bag. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye!